Hey everybody, it's shame busting coach Jen Bovey from www.jenbovey.com. And first I need to apologize for those of you that got the notification that I was going to go live probably a half a minute or a minute ago. Technology is not my friend, and I couldn't figure out how the hell to make the notification be my live video, and then it kept wanting me to watch this video that wasn't existing. Hi, Danny! And it was really stressful, so I decided just to do it here because that's what I do. I just do what I want to do. It's Thursday. Thursdays are my Friday, so I'm a little bit excited, or a lot excited. I want to talk to you guys about who you're choosing and what happens when we start to choose ourselves. So historically, across my timeline, I've never really chosen myself. Like, if it came down to me or the other person, I would probably choose the other person because that's how I was programmed, that's how I was socialized, and frankly, that's what good women do, right? I remember when I moved in with my husband and the kids, and we were pulling into the garage this one day, and my husband was like, tomorrow's your day off. What are you going to do? And I'm like, clean? And he's like, no, really, what are you going to do for you? And I'm like, clean? And he was like, stop saying clean. What are you going to do? And I'm like, I'm going to clean, because that's what I do. I clean. And he's like, listen, wait, before you moved into the house with us, you had like this whole social life, and you had all these activities, and you had these hobbies. What happened to all of those? And I'm like, I clean now? Like, literally, my only response to this was, I clean. And he was like, you need to get a life. And I'm like, hold on. My life is taking care of you and the kids and the house and the animals and my job and this and that. And he's like, no, your responsibility is to take care of yourself. And I'm like, hold the phones. And he explained something to me that kind of blew my mind. He said, you should be a higher priority than the kids, you know. And I'm like, no, I'm an American, and I know that what makes me a good mom is the fact that I would put my kids first. And he's like, but then that doesn't take care of you. And it would make you a better mom if you took better care of yourself. And like, my head started to spin, and I had to go away because I'm like, this is just breaking my brain. What are you even talking about? And what he was really talking about in his own man, left brain way was choosing me. And when we love ourselves, and when we believe in ourselves, and when we inherently respect ourselves, we begin to choose ourselves more and more, and we begin to choose ourselves first. And so part of what the self-love adventure is going to prepare you to do is it's going to prepare you to notice your strengths, to notice your assets, to notice the things that are going really well for you. They're going to prepare you to start picking you, because when we pick ourselves, nothing else can stand against us. I remember I was talking to this client once, and I was talking about, because my experience currently is, if I have an opinion and somebody else has an opposite opinion, I kind of give my own opinion a little more validity. I mean, it's mine, and I know how it came to be, so it's more valid. And my client was like, yeah, no, that's never my experience. And I was like, what? And as I looked back over the course of my life, my opinions never had much validity because I didn't believe in myself and because I didn't think I was inherently worthy. And my friend Robin posted something in another group today about deserving things. And I was completely hung up for the longest time in my life that I didn't deserve good things. I didn't deserve to have people love me. I certainly didn't deserve to love myself. I didn't deserve to make healthy choices for me. I didn't deserve to make good choices for me. And so that put me in a lot of unhealthy situations and in unhealthy relationships. And part of what that boiled down to for me was when I made the switch and I decided, you know what? I've got nothing left to lose. I'm going to start investing in me, and I'm going to start believing me, and I'm going to start loving me. Everything began to shift. And I don't say that as a broad generalization. I literally mean everything began to shift. Stressors that used to massively overwhelm me and stress me out before no longer even show up on my radar. It's funny because at the beginning of this week, I had just a few clients scheduled, and my husband's like, what's going on with your schedule? And I said, I don't know, it'll work out though. And he's like, who are you even? And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, this is just life ebbs and flows, and it'll be fine in the end. He's like, yeah, okay then. Because in the past, my response would have been, oh my God, I need to fix this. I've done something wrong. I've obviously broken something. The whole systemic world I broke because I'm a horrible person. I don't believe those things anymore. And I don't want you to believe those things anymore. I want you to believe in yourself more than you believe in any other living being. I want to empower you to choose yourself first, to pick yourself first, to know that you're worthy, to know that you deserve great things, to know that you are going to accept nothing less than exactly what you want in life. Can you even imagine a life that is built on that foundation? A long time ago, when I couldn't string more than 30 days together of sobriety, I was a different person. I was a hot mess, honestly. I just couldn't, I couldn't even fathom loving myself, let alone liking myself or respecting myself. And so part of this journey that I've been on in this life is how to coexist with me so that I could make friends with me, so that I could eventually respect me, and then eventually maybe possibly sort of kind of love myself. And that's exactly what's happened. I've developed a very solid foundation for self-love. And it's not just a plan that works for me because I'm special and different and unique, because I'm none of those things. It's a proven formula. So when I'm working with clients now and they come in and they tell me, well, you know, like if I give them the life priority worksheet and they're anything other than number one, we always have a talk about priorities. And my experience is when we start to build that foundation of self-love, we start to move to a higher priority list on our life. And we start to become able to choose ourselves. And we start being willing to make good decisions for us, about us. I've recently kind of established a boundary of, this is gonna sound crazy, I won't go eat places where I've had allergic reactions in the past. And nobody in my family complains, but I told my husband today, I'm like, I've begun to feel like one of those people who just can't go to normal restaurants anymore. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, wow. And I don't feel any guilt over that, because in establishing that boundary, I'm choosing me. I choose me across the board, from the kind of shampoo I use, to the kind of clothes I wear, to where I park my car, to what I get when I drive through Starbucks. Every decision I make today is me choosing me. But that hasn't always been the case. I've built a solid foundation on neglecting me, on abusing me, on ignoring me, on making me the bottom of the rung of priority list after everyone else in the free world. And I don't want that for you. What I want for you is for you to start choosing you, for you to pick you. You know, I have this memory in my brain, because this is the kid I was in school, of being the second to last kid chosen for the sports team. The only other person that was behind me in elementary school was Chad, who had horrible asthma. He had to carry an inhaler around, and he was really short, so he wasn't a good athlete. Nobody wanted him on their team. And I want to empower you all to pick you to be on your team. Can you imagine that sensation? Can you imagine the sensation or the experience or the feeling of being picked first instead of last? Instead of when you don't have any energy left to give, or you don't have any patience left to give, or you don't have any tolerance left to give. Can you imagine that feeling of being chosen, of being picked? I have this experience that I don't really share with most people, but my husband was the first one in my life who I felt like he picked me. He chose me. He chose me. And so I really have worked hard to create that sensation within myself of picking me, of choosing me, of making me worthy of being picked by me. And the thing is, there was no work involved. I just made the decision. I just decided that I was done. I had explored every possible defect, every possible thing I had done wrong to you, to anybody else, any possible ill thought I had had. I've examined that shit to death, and it didn't get me anywhere. It didn't work for me. It didn't magically erase my depression. It didn't magically erase my anxiety. It didn't magically erase my weight. I have abused myself. Hi, Charlotte. I have neglected myself. I have treated myself like dirt. I tried to drink myself to death. I tried to kill myself on a garage floor, and I'm still here. And so my hope and my goal is for you to allow me to empower you to pick you, to love you, to see that you're worthy, whatever your goals are. for a long time in my life, okay, a year, I couldn't figure out the whole sobriety thing. Like, it felt like this magical solution that everybody else had. And then once I did get sober, I felt like all these normal people that could figure out how to drink normally had a secret that they just weren't sharing with me. And maybe that secret was that they were a better person than me, or less fucked up than me, or less traumatized than me. And that's not true at all. I know several normal people who have been through extensive traumas. So it wasn't ever anything that was broken in me. But I feel like that time when I was searching and seeking, and if I could just get that right drink or that right whatever, or that right relationship or that right sex or that right money or that right job, then maybe then I could fall in love with myself. But shit does not work that way in my life. It might in other people's lives, but it does not work in my life that way. And so what I had to start doing is I had to start picking me, and I had to start choosing me. And so I hope you join the self-love adventure. It's a great journey. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really prepared for this to change the way you treat yourself, and for you to decide right here and right now that you're worthy of being picked by you. So I'll drop a link below. I hope you'll join the self-love adventure. It's gonna be so good, and I'm so excited about it. I remember when I started this self-care initiative, and I was like, I mean, this is helpful information, and it's gonna help people to take better care of themselves. But with the self-love adventure, I am convinced that this is going to change people's lives. I'm convinced that this is going to help people change their relationship with themselves. And I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that it's going to help you to start choosing you. So why not give it a shot? It's free. There's no obligations. There's no expectations. You can literally just get the emails and keep them in your email box for 5 million years and read it 700 years from now. I don't care. But I want you to have the information because it's out there and it's free. So why not? What do you got to lose? So I'll put a link below. Thanks for joining me today. I hope this was helpful. Have a great night. Bye.